Hello, everybody. Welcome to Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John. I'm doing some really good wines that I enjoy. I have done these in the past. Excuse my voice, by the way. I've strained it a little bit. But I have done these in the past, and I'm doing them again. I'm doing another vintage. It's the Kristof Farms. This is the 2023. 2022 was their first, and I really enjoyed it. I'm back again. I'm going to tell you, somebody who helped me acquire these, Tom Buck. Well, Tom, I'll just say his name. I don't know if he wants me to say his last name or not. But Tom's very influential, helped me get these wines coming out of Oregon. And I appreciate that. He's a great friend of mine. So why am I reviewing this again? Not because I like them, because I enjoy them, because I want to share them with you. This farm here was started in 1971 by the Kristofs, originally a cherry orchard. And then they turned it into apples for ciders, and they make some good, adult ciders, real good. I've reviewed those as well. And they planted Pinot Noir because Oregon's known for Pinot Noir. Now, and these are state grown, okay, meaning that the grapes are grown on the property, either owned or in control of the place where they're made. All right, where the wine is made. That's what a state means. So you can really control your fruit. You know exactly when to pick and everything else, when you're not buying it off the market or having it sent to you, but it's yours and you're constantly tending to it. And that's what they do. What else was I going to say about this? I've written some notes down because there's so much going on with this. I'm going to tell you, I've had some of it because I couldn't resist. It is a French, okay, French Bordeaux style. Now, this is a Pinot Noir. Now, in France, you wouldn't ask for a Pinot Noir. You'd ask for a Burgundy. And this has the same style to me as a French Burgundy. They also grow Chardonnay, which I'm going to review as well. And that in France is white Burgundy. And their wines do have that thing. Similarity. These are aged for around 10 months in French oak. And it's just a beautiful wine. We'll get into it here in a minute. Let me just see what else I want to say about it. This has got a 93 points, if this means anything to you. Cellar Selection status from Wine Enthusiast. So it's got 93 points on the taste and everything else. And then a cellar status, meaning you can age this for a while. 94 points from the Northeast Wine Guide. It's won some cool awards. I think that's about all I want to say about this right now. It's one of the bottles, I think, about $60. I didn't put this on too tight. Now, it's got some great structure. Reason it can age is because of the tannins. Now, Pinot Noir is a very hard grape to grow. It doesn't yield a lot. It's finicky. The clusters are tight together, and it's got thin skin. So a lot of diseases can't get into it. It can actually get sunburned. It can't take temperature swings too good. The close together doesn't allow air in there. Could develop different funguses. So it's very hard to produce a good and a lot of Pinot Noir wine. As a matter of fact, somewhere I wrote on here, I think they do, and here it is, 400 cases this year, 200 cases of the Rosé, which is Pinot Noir Rosé, and about 200 cases of the Chardonnay. All right, very boutique. Now, this one was opened. If you want to really soften this up, you can do one of two things. You can use one of these, which is an aerator. Or better yet, if you know you're going to have it about an hour, if you're going to have it for dinner or whatever, pour it in a decanter and just let it sit. Instead of having the surface area of this little hole right here, you'll have this whole surface area right here. But I've already aerated this, and I've opened it over 24 hours ago, so we're ready. I will still put the aerator on it. Pinot Noir, it's classic fruit, strawberries, cherries, medium tannin. I mean, it's not a cab, good acidity. What I look for personally is that earthiness, that forest, that tobacco, that European feel that the New World sometimes doesn't have to really set this off. And that's what I liked about this one. So let's get into it. I'll describe it for you. I always suggest, no matter what you're drinking, if you're going to be, paying attention to it a little more than normal, a little more than just drinking it with dinner or something, is to take an acclimation sip. What that will do is just kind of cleanse your palate of anything you might have. If you had some coffee or you were chewing some gum, we've got to get rid of that and start fresh. So we're going to do that. I'll show you. All you're going to do is take a sip, coat your mouth a little bit, swish it around, swallow it, and then pay attention to the taste on the next sip. So you don't have to do that very long. 10, 20 seconds. All right, now my mouth is coated. Any taste I had in there before from anything I'd eaten is gone, and now I'll get the true taste of this wine. Right off the bat, it is very fruity. Now, people will describe this fruit in different what they're getting. Doesn't matter. As long as everybody's describing fruit, then you're in, right? What I'll tell you I'm getting is, I always get strawberry, always. But this one here in Pinots and the good ones, there's always a strawberry tint to it. It's got some raspberries, they're red fruits. But this one has some darker ones too. It has some blackberries. Yeah, there's a lot of fruit coming out of it. I do remember that's 10 months in wood. So you're getting that little bit of spiciness out of that French oak, a little vanilla. Talk about the structure, the tannins. So the tannins is what you get when you drink, say, tea that is over seeped, and it's that kind of that bitter taste. Kind of like if you rub your tongue the top of the roof of your mouth, it almost feels rough. That comes from the skins of the grape, the stems, and that is an antioxidant, not only for us, but for the wine, and it keeps it from going bad. And that's why you can cellar a wine. Those big wines and always have a lot of tannin, and that softens over time. Pinot Noir doesn't have an unbelievable amount, but it does have some tannins. You want some tannins. You want it for a lot of reasons. You want it for the wine to age, and you want it for the structure. The way to soften that up is to use a decanter or an aerator. So I've done that, and I've left it open for a while, and so they're softened. But they're still there. You're still getting some of that tannin. You want that tannin because that's going to balance out the fruit, right? The fruit. You want the tannin to balance out the fruit because the fruit is a perceived sweetness. This is a dry wine. But if you have fruit, your mind just thinks it's sweeter than it is. So you want the tannin to kind of balance that. Let's go into the fruits again. Yeah, the berries are strong with this. Even picking up a little bit of prune, which is odd for a young wine like this. But the blackberries, the strawberries, the raspberries, might get some blueberries. We're all going to get something different. You get some nice fruit. You're going to get a kiss of that tannin, and you're going to get nice acidity. And when you put the three of those together, you got a well-balanced wine. Now, the bonus I'm getting out of this is that French touch, I want to say, or European touch. French, usually what you're thinking of Pinot Noir, Burgundy. It's got that hard to describe earthiness. And if you don't drink wine, I know you might think earthiness. Why would I want it tastes like dirt or something? It doesn't. It just tastes like the best leaves when they fall off the tree and they're kind of brown in a forest. That kind of thing of wood, fine wood. If you've ever been to a wood shop, that smell. Sometimes like aromatic tobacco, especially in like a pipe, those type of things. And that really adds a layer of depth to this Pinot Noir. So I enjoy it. This is my second review. I did the 222. This is the 223. Make sure. Yeah. It's in Willamette Valley, all right, in Oregon. Oh, I should say this. This is an AVA, an American Viticultural area, meaning that only goes to a small amount of, places that grow wine in the United States. And they have to be superior to the grapes that are grown there. Like whether it's the type of weather they get, that particular grape grows well under, the soil conditions. There's a lot of things that go in. It was an AVA, that's the highest. You almost know coming out of that region, to get that label that it's going to be a quality wine, or at least it's coming out of a quality region. All right, so they don't just hand that out. So that's another thing that goes with the property that they own. It's very fertile and it's very conducive to this this grape right here, this Pinot Noir. That's all I have. I encourage you. I got the 3 set. I had to. I got the Pinot Noir, I got the Pinot Noir Rosé, and I got the Chardonnay, right? The white Burgundy, and we're going to go through all 3 of them. So um, just check them out. Check out their reviews. Check them out. You get online. You can get on their website. You could join their clubs, and you would get a first exclusives on their ciders and their wines. And a lot of times, ciders they sell out. I tried to get a cider this time too, and it was sold out. People are really into these, but you'll have exclusives. You get first shot at them. You do get a discount, and I think you can join some live chats and all with the owner. So you might want to look into that if you really enjoy these. All right. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had Kristof. Let me know if what is your favorite Pinot, because I love Pinots and I will give it a try. I may have already had it. I have a playlist with Pinot Noirs in it. Real quick too, it just came in my head. Both Kristof and his wife are Pulitzer Prize winners, so they're journalists as well as farmers. All right. See you on the next one. Cheers.